introduce you to Mick Gordon, Director of Game Audio Australia. Mick's the Audio Director and owner of Australia's largest game audio production facility, Game Audio Australia. And then, by the way, he's shipped over 14 million units across 8 platforms for companies such as THQ, Sony, Majesco, Pandemic, Fuzzy Eyes and so on. Mick has also composed music for 4 feature films, including Postal, the movie based on the controversial run-in with Scissors Game, and he has recently returned to Australia after living and working in Santa Monica, California. Please welcome Mick Gordon. Thank you very much.
Thanks a bunch, Greg. Right. G'day, guys. Now, I've got a big bright light on me, and we went out last night, and I haven't been out in months, a long, long time. And so I'm on about 4 hours sleep now, but I'm trying to do my best. I'm sure we'll work well. But anyway, I know some of you guys, I see some familiar faces. Some of you may have caught the skills forum that had a little bit of a thing in the other day. And but yeah, basically, yeah, my name's Mick Gordon. We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to talk about audio stuff. And look out, here comes the captain. And no one else will know what that means. Right, anyway, so what we're going to talk about, I've got lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about, so I'm going to kind of blitz through. And I don't usually do this, but I'm going to have to ask people to leave questions until the end, just because I've got so much to go through and I want as much time at the end to do questions and that type of thing. So anyway, the talk's going to do, we're going to do a quick introduction, we're going to talk a little bit about game audio and why we should care about making game audio really, really cool. We're going to talk about dialogue and successful dialogue and doing dialogue well, and then we're going to talk about music. I'm not going to talk about sound effects today, mainly because I could film an entire talk about sound effects. We don't really have the time to do that in this talk, so I do apologise, but hopefully we'll find something that's useful anyway. Before I start going through here, can I ask a little raise of hands of how many people are like audio types? A little cool there, and how many people are non-audio types? Cool, fantastic, that's brilliant. Alright, so a little background in Game Audio Australia, so you guys actually pay attention and know that I'm not a redneck with a tape deck and a banjo and all that sort of thing. Game Audio Australia is the largest game audio production facility in Australia, with 14 million units, 25 titles, 8 platforms, 4 feature films, and we just turned 1 year old, so yeah. Our team, other than myself, is Andrew Kernock, who is the handheld audio dude, and he's been doing kind of Amiga demo scene stuff for years and years and years, about 14 years, and we just kind of worked out that the skills that he had from the Amiga demo scene work really well in handheld audio because of the technology very, very similar. So he's had, 40 years of kind of handheld audio experience, and I have not found anybody else that has the amount of experience that he does with handheld audio. So he runs up the handheld audio division, which with Game Audio Australia. We have Dave Galen, who's our engineer, composer. He's written a bit of music and stuff for us in the past. Mainly an engineer though. He works out of the studio in Brisbane with us. We have a business model with Engine Software in the Netherlands, and they develop handheld audio engines, and especially XM engines, and we offer their XM engine for free, along with our music service that we compose for handheld games and all that sort of stuff. Then we have Brian Kirchhoff, who's our LA casting director. He's the only kind of guy in LA that really focuses a lot on video games, whereas a lot of other people do just kind of film and try to bring film actors over to games. So he's very, very cool. Brian's been around for years, about 30 years, doing sort of voiceover work in LA. If you've ever seen a Budweiser ad, that's probably his voice on the Budweiser ad. So, cool dude. We use Paul Talkington as an orchestra contractor. We go through him to book the Bratislava Orchestra. He also books London Symphony Orchestra, he books Berlin. We're currently kind of moving away from recording overseas in Europe because my big philosophy is that Australia is very cool for that kind of thing. And being Game Audio Australia, I'd like to do as much as possible here in Australia. So we're looking at kind of other options at the moment to do recording in Australia. And then there's Peter Fuchs, who's our recording engineer, and he's in Europe as well, and he does all the recording and stuff with the orchestras and players and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of us. Recent projects, what we've been working on, I've worked on a whole bunch of stuff and things this year. I'm going to show a trailer from Postal, the movie. Before I show it, I want to put across that I don't mean to offend anybody. I kind of believed in Postal because it's a really strong political satire, but at the same time there's a lot of people in the world that do not understand that, which I can totally, I can understand that, I guess. So if anybody is offended, please don't try to break my kneecaps later on or anything. It's purely satirical.
We, the people under Allah, give you a new beacon of strength against the great Satan of the West. We are asking those of the true faith to wait, pray, and praise Allah when the glorious slaughter begins.
Cut!
From the world's most notorious director
My movies are financed with Nazi dollars.
comes a movie so disgusting, so offensive,
Well, what, are you going to fire me? We're saying, well, you
so shocking,
You like that? You're doing a great job!
so retarded,
You know, me and spell and all.
that it will push you over the edge.
Sorry. What's the matter with you? What the hell is wrong with you people? Oh, jihad! Yeah! You've got to be kidding me.
Don't look at me, Scott, please.
What's the problem?
This rain, it's time to go postal.
Woodfall may be an infidel, but he made a very funny film.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. So anyway, that's one of the things we finished up earlier this year. We finished that. It's out in Germany at the moment, and I think it has a worldwide release in February. It started in Germany. They didn't like it to start off with. It started with about 10 screens at the start of October. It went really, really well. By the second week, they had 25 screens. By the third week, they had about 50 screens, and now they're up to about 260 screens, I think, at this stage. So it's doing really, really well in Germany. So we'll see how it goes. One of the current projects we've got about 4 projects on at the moment. One of the current projects is Edge of Twilight for Fuzzy Eye Studio in Brisbane. Wonderful little studio up there. For the 360 PC, here's a little quick teaser trailer kind of thing. This is really early gameplay footage, so don't take too seriously. So that's one of the things we're working on at the moment. Anyway, that's enough about us. Now we're going to get into the meat of it. So we're going to start talking about successful game audio, which is great game audio versus noises in the game. You're going to go right into that. Go right ahead. So to me, great game audio sets immersion and an experience for the player. The moment the player goes, gee, that was some really cool music there, they've broken that immersion. Because they're not in the game anymore, they're focusing on the music, or they're focusing on the sound, or anything else. That breaks the immersion of the player. So to me, great game audio really sets the scene, sets the emotions for the player, gives them an experience, but really keeps a strong immersion with the player. Very, very important stuff. And I believe you get to that with style, as in defining an audio style across voice, across sound effects, and across music. And strong direction of your audio team. So, goes along. So what makes great game audio? And I'm going to cruise through here, and we've got little quotes littered about the place, which are kind of humorous, but anyway. So great team management with audio. One of the greatest problems I have, and we're an outsourced company, so we work with a lot of developers all over the world. Several developers a year, always different, always people changing. And communication is the one thing that seems to break down with everybody. And the biggest problem we find is dealing with